Hello, everyone, and welcome to another weekly edition of ARMBAR, the Valley's only wrestling talk show here in the RGV, only on KCYP 97.7, The City. I am your host, Michael Basaldua, and today I have my co-hosts,
Isaac,
Tony.
How's it going, guys?
Hey,
How was
y'all.
everyone's week?
pretty good. Sunday was a lot of fun.
Sunday. What happened Sunday,
I
Isaac?
turned 21, y'all.
Happy
Happy
belated
birthday,
birthday,
Isaac.
Happy Isaac, the baby of the group here.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
turned
young.
21. So,
What about you, Tony? How was your week?
It's it's been overwhelming. One of our loved ones is not doing so well, but we're helping her out, and we're giving her a lot of love, and she's always going to be in my heart.
Sorry to hear that, Tony.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm also excited because you know why? It's
Why?
Undertaker month.
Oh,
It's
Undertaker
Undertaker
month
month.
on the
25
WWE
years
network.
of the Undertaker. I'm thinking about buying a couple more Undertaker figurines.
crazy
I
to
don't know
think
about
that the Undertaker's career is older than you are, Isaac.
I know, right? It makes me a little sad because Undertaker has never had a good shirt.
You know what? I've seen a couple of Undertaker shirts in the past. And
I
I liked it when he had the T and the X logo.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
like a
going across
retro
it.
shirt.
That's
Though.
a-
like
that's
not
more
like
of
a
retro
shirt now.
But yes.
What about you, Mike? How was your week?
It's been pretty nuts. School's coming to a close, like I say every week, right? I got a
Mhm.
couple weeks left before graduation, and it's been a crazy semester, and I'm just completely grateful that KCYP allows me to come in and bring you guys along with me to do this internship, and hopefully we can come back next semester even stronger than ever. I know next week we're going to be off for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Mm-hmm.
So happy early Thanksgiving to the listeners out there, all the wrestling fans that get to watch Survivor Series this weekend. It's going to be a good show. And when we come back the following week, you're going to get full recaps on whatever's going on, NXT, Raw, etc. like that. But before we hit to the Raw recap, guys, I just want to give you guys a friendly reminder that there are 3 ways to listen to us on KCYP. The first is, of course, listening on the radio here on 97.7 FM. The second would be going to the website, thecity977.com, and the final way to listen to us, and this is pretty much a way that everyone can do it. If anyone has a cell phone, basically, right? Download the free TuneIn Radio app and search the keyword The City 97.7, and those are
the best way.
That's the best way, and that's probably the best way you're gonna get to hear us as far as clearness goes. Because I do know the website stutters a little often, but. Anyway, going on to the Raw recap, Isaac, do you want to start us out?
Sure thing. I think Undertaker and Kane started the show here. They brought it out.
You think or it did?
I don't know, man.
No, go ahead.
No, so they started out the show. They brought him out. They were like, "Hey, Wyatt's coming for you." And Wyatt's came out and they proved their mystical. Say, "Hey, I got your power, Undertaker." And they actually turned the Undertaker's own druids against him.
Sorry, having camera issues. Go ahead and keep going, Isaac.
So they were able to fight him off, but they were freaking out. And this is going to be a really tough match come Sunday. I'm surprised that a Survivor Series isn't having a traditional 5v5 match.
I know. I mean, I think they spoiled it for last week, on the 5-on-5. I didn't like that. I think they should have kept it traditional according to WWE's behalf. I mean, this is something they do every year, and just to do 2-on-2, I think that's just...
It's a disgrace.
It is a disgrace. I think it's very underhanded. I think he should add 2 more people, 2 more diabolical characters.
Well,
to
my
the show.
fantasy booking didn't come true. I was hoping, Undertaker and Kane would be fighting with the Wyatts. And, Bray, Luke, and then maybe Braun against and the Brothers of Destruction versus 5 other guys, but obviously that didn't happen. I don't know, what's gonna happen? Is it gonna be a 3-on-2? Is it gonna be 2-on-2?
It's a 2-on-2 actually.
Really?
And
Yeah.
it's gonna be too cliche. Someone's gonna interrupt. Someone's gonna get disqualified. Someone's gonna interfere, and that's what's gonna happen. I just think it's a joke. They're celebrating 25 years of Undertaker's legacy.
I think he needs a better match than that.
Yeah, I think this match is horrible. I think they should put him in a match against somebody intensifying. Maybe Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker, no holds bar.
Yeah.
Or another Hell in a Cell cage. or a
Undertaker
coffin
versus
match.
Kane in a style that was like their first match at WrestleMania, except with the roles reversed, with Undertaker being the bad guy because he's being controlled by the Wyatts, with Kane trying to bring him back. That would be a good match.
That'd be an interesting match, actually. Undertaker being under control from the Wyatts, but I mean, we could have all these fantasy promos going on, but really, I wish that they would have just kind of got in 2 more guys to team up with the Undertaker and Kane, and it could have been any guys. The Ascension, for example, could have been a nice little group to tag team along with Kane and the Undertaker versus the Wyatts. I mean, that would have been a decent, 4-on-4 elimination match. I mean, at least try to up the game a little bit, But that's my take on the whole Survivor Series, Kane, Undertaker, and Bray Wyatt, and I'm not scared by Bray Wyatt or any of those guys.
I mean, I think the faction itself, the Wyatt family, looks really strong.
Braun Strowman is the only guy that scares me, and Luke Harper. Yeah.
Luke Harper and Braun Strowman should be tag champions right now. That's just my opinion.
Well, maybe one of these days.
Because the New Day is great. I love the New Day, but I think that they could seriously shake up. And if they want to make the Wyatts look strong, give them the tag belts.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on, Tony, what do we got?
We have Kevin Owens versus Neville. It's a quarterfinal match. KO ended up getting the victory on that.
Did any of y'all see the reverse Hurricanrana that Neville did?
Yeah, it was like an inverted.
It was like a reverse Frankenstein. I thought that was really cool. Like, it was a really good
very innovative. Spot. And I know it's like Kalisto. He's doing some awesome Hurricanranas. I think he does this Hurricanrana. It looks like a DDT. And he snaps your forehead to the canvas. I thought that was pretty cool.
But I thought, overall it was a really good match. Probably my match of the night.
Speaking of KO, did you hear about Melissa Joan Hart?
Yeah, she tweeted about Kevin Owens.
There's something about like a Twitter.
I didn't know she was a diehard wrestling fan. Yeah, she is a big-time diehard.
Well, I mean, she is a heart.
She said that, okay, I don't like Kevin Owens as the wrestler. She thinks Kevin Owens, the wrestler, is a lazy wrestler. She loved Kevin Steen as a hard-working wrestler when he was doing the indies.
I don't think that's true. Like, I don't think he's gotten lazy at all.
Well, she that's what she thinks. And I think Kevin Owens, that's when he got offended. But she was like, I wasn't trying to offend you. I think your gimmick is lazy. And I think when you're Kevin Steen, I think you were a lot more ruthless. And I think you were a lot more innovative.
The thing is, like, one, he's in WWE now, and it's PG. He's not going to be allowed to do all the moves he's allowed to do as Kevin Steen.
Restricted.
Like the package pile driver or, the brain buster or anything like that. And two, he's a heel. He's supposed to be hated. He's supposed to be lazy or boring. He's a heel.
Do you guys ever think it's going to be to a point where, and I feel like he's kind of like another Seth Rollins in a sense where the fans love him but they hate him also. Yeah. But it's just one of those deals where he's a loved heel. Like, they love for him to be bad in general.
I mean, I'm thinking 50-50 on that. I'm also thinking, like, he might open up another... he's going to probably do another pipe bomb. I have a feeling he's going to get upset, frustrated, and tell all the creative team back there, hey, I want to be me.
I don't know, man. They've given... It's like... The way I see it, it's like, most of these guys, like Roman Reigns, they give him a rocket and they strap it on him, they push him to the moon, whatever. Kevin Owens, he just brought his own rocket, and WWE is letting him fly it. I think he's doing amazingly right now, and I think he's passing everything with flying colors. Like, first month NXT champ, and he just makes it look brutal and vicious, and he's doing things that a guy his size shouldn't be able to do, and just... He's running with that ball, man. He's doing great.
He's had one heck of a year. I agree with that.
I put him as my superstar of the year right now.
Okay, Mike, next match.
All right, next match, guys, is Tyler Breeze versus our Truth Izzle, as I like to go. But our Truth, basically, it was a squash match. I mean, our Truth jobbing against Tyler Breeze or putting him over.
I thought it was kind of funny how Tyler Breeze needed to reapply like the lip balm in the middle of a match.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, and I know they're gonna start pushing. I feel like Tyler Breeze is one of those characters that they're gonna push him, but they're gonna push him slowly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if and I was watching SmackDown tonight. He was I don't know who he was fighting against. I forgot it was
Wait, Tyler
I know
Breeze?
Ziggler came out and interrupted.
Super kicked him.
He was fighting against R-Truth, though. Yeah, anywho.
He beat R-Truth.
It wasn't R-Truth. It was somebody else. But anywho, this was Monday. That's right. I'm talking about tonight's match on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like SmackDown match. He was fighting against somebody also, and I know Breeze interrupted.
Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder, there we go.
What is Zack Ryder doing?
I'm surprised he's even getting airtime, but kudos to Ryder.
Yeah,
but anywho,
I was actually very happy.
So going back to the R-Truth match, pretty quick match. I mean, Tyler Breeze ended up doing the beauty shot, and it It was a quick match, and like I said, R-Truth is at his point in the career where he's just putting over everyone, just like the Big Show, just like Mark Henry.
But the thing is, R-Truth can do so much more.
He's way more athletic than all those guys combined.
He's better than all of them, I think.
And I feel like R-Truth should still have at least one major title run before he, kicks the bucket and retires or something like that.
He's gonna die then retire.
Believe it or not, guys, he's in his early 40s.
He's old. He's older.
41.
But he's in great shape, man.
He's also best friends with Vince McMahon.
Really?
Yeah.
Besties with Vinny Mac.
He's best friends with Vince McMahon. Why don't they give him that championship? That's just ridiculous.
Well, maybe he's more of a face for the company now, I guess, and at this point in his career. But anywho, okay match. It wasn't bad. I mean, I feel like R-Truth got in some shots during the match. He pulled off that little kick. It reminds me of Booker T's.
The scissor kick.
The scissor kick, yeah. And he got a couple of decent moves off, but in the end, Tyler Breeze just managed to give him that kick. And we'll go on to the next match, guys. Right. Isaac.
Next match here, Ambrose versus Ziggler. They tried to put on kind of like a wrestling classic match. They knew it was a match that fans wanted to see, and they tried to make it like really technical, really everything. I thought it was kind of slow paced, and that their styles didn't fit at all for this match. Like, I don't know. I was just kind of expecting like flashy versus kind of like wow, but no, it had to be like super slow and technical. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate those types of matches, but I just think they had the wrong people doing that match. What do y'all think?
To me, I think it was a throwaway match.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, we all know it's going to be Ambrose versus Reigns in that finals match.
I'm hoping it's like Owens at the end of it, but
I mean, you never know. WWE always seems to surprise us, especially in pay-per-view type events. I guess it's going to be those two final matches, and then it's going to be 3 matches leading up to this WWE World Title, the new champion, basically. Yeah. And it's going to be those two semifinals. Is it semifinals or finals matches?
They're semifinals.
It's semifinals and then final.
Yeah,
Final 4 basically.
At Survivor Series.
Final 4 and then Final 2. So
yeah,
I mean, and of course it's going to be Ambrose and it's not Cesaro. Hold on.
It's going to be Ambrose versus
KO, right? And then it's going to be Reigns versus
Del Rio.
Yeah, Del Rio. And we all know who's going to win that match.
Can I just say that, Del Rio's been looking super lazy ever since he got back?
Think so? Really?
I think he looks, every time I see him there.
I think they're making him look like he's the guy right now.
No, I think every time I see him there, he botched super hard and did really bad against his match against Kalisto. But
you're right. That was a kind of a short match.
But I thought ever since he's been back, he looks like he's miserable. Like he's not enjoying what he's doing, or like he just doesn't care.
Doesn't like the storyline. Doesn't like the fact that Zeb Coulter's his manager.
I mean, the whole Mex America gimmick is kind of stupid.
I highly agree on that. And plus, what was up with Triple H approaching Del Rio?
I don't know.
Something's telling me he might be the next WWE champion for the Authority.
But he did that to more than one person that night. He did it to Cesaro also.
And you got to remember who's holding the Money in the Bank, which I honestly forgot.
Yeah,
Sheamus is gonna cash it in. I
hope not, man. I mean, it's better than Reigns as champion, but I'm still hoping that KO comes up as the Authority's golden boy. But only time will tell.
I mean, that should have. I don't even remember if Triple H was talking to KO. I think he did, but they cut off the sound, and I remember Michael Cole just saying, "Oh, Triple H is talking to Michael to KO," blah blah blah, and then they just cut off to commercial.
Yeah.
After that, but it's gonna be interesting to see where it all leads up to at Survivor Series. So I mean, going on here, Tony, you want to talk about that 6-man tag match that are going on?
The Dudleys versus the Ascension. Yes, the Dudleys do finally get a win. Man, you could still tell Dudleys are rusty.
Yeah.
They are so rusty. And the Ascension.
I mean, if anything, they had their time to get their tag run. And I don't know.
They finally won, though.
Yeah, they finally won.
They finally won.
They're just letting it brew. They're just letting it brew, letting it marinate. Maybe they'll hit the big one and maybe a WrestleMania. It could be any time.
I don't know. I honestly don't think the fans want to see that. But that's just me. I'm all for a Dudley Boy Tag Team Championship. But if you remember when they were facing the New Day for the tag titles, they were getting booed. The Dudleys were getting booed.
Well, yeah, because these guys are young talent. They want to get that championship. I mean, these guys already won it so many times, and you figure, okay, yes, we know it's so cliche. Yes, the Dudley Boys are going to be the championship champion again, again, and then. Yes, I mean, let these guys get a run for their money, and I would really like the Ascension to win a championship one time. The WWE Tag Team Championship, and possibly the Wyatts. I think that would be great. I would like to see actually a good WrestleMania would be the Wyatts Tag Team versus the Brothers Destruction versus Dudley Boys versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania.
There's a lot of big names in that.
That would be, you know how much money they can make on that night, how many ratings they can.
It should be like a fatal 4, or kind of like a fatal 8-way tag team type match where basically
But is it going to be that stupid like fatal 4-way rule where it's only 2 guys in the ring at the time? I don't get that.
No, yeah, you're right. I think it should be 1 person per member of each team, and then
or maybe a ladder match.
So can I just say something?
Yeah, ladder
by the
match
way,
would be awesome.
Did anybody notice that the Usos and Ryback were acting like heels, even though they're faces? Like,
yeah, well, okay.
What's up with that? Like, why did the faces get a pass? And like, oh, look at that, they're so cool.
Yeah, Ryback did get himself disqualified.
Yeah, the New Day weren't doing anything wrong. They really weren't.
I guess. Well, this is what I heard in the rumor that WWE are running out of heels, and they need somebody to make a heel. Really,
but
bad.
You got the New Day for that.
Yeah, but they just said they were saying that they need more heels. That's what I heard in WWE. They said they need to make another heel, and we're thinking that the Usos might make it to a heel.
Really?
I just don't see it. I mean, the Usos are like. I mean, I feel like they're the John Cena of tag teams right now. If you want
a good heel team, turn the Ascension. The Ascension's a good team. I think so.
I can't take them seriously right now. They've been heel since they're NXT.
Already heel, yeah. And Stardust has got dibs on them for.
I know. Well, at least push them more. Like make the Ascension look like a threat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a really big fan of the Ascension. I'm really a big fan of their style, and I think they deserve better than what they're getting.
I wish the Vaudevillains are already in the WWE roster.
Well, they lost the tag titles last week.
So they're probably on their way up.
They might be.
But will they be heels? That's the big thing.
They should.
I don't know. I like them as faces a lot. I think Blake and Murphy should come up first.
Yeah.
Well, what about Dash and Dawson? Aren't those guys the tag team champions already?
Yeah, but they're going to be in NXT for a while, and then they're the new tag champions.
I think they're just going to play off whatever is going on with Alexa Bliss as far as that goes. But she lost her title match already.
What's going on with Rhino, man? I haven't seen him lately.
He's still there.
Couple weeks that he hasn't been there since he. Well, what the heck was he doing the last time? He was fighting against Baron Corbin, right?
Well, tonight's taping at NXT, he actually faced Adam Rose.
Oh, wow. Adam Rose is still wrestling.
I thought they were going to release him already.
No, I think they're going to try pushing a new workout gimmick.
Probably.
But anywho, guys, before we go on to this next match, I do want to get our technical director over here, Mr. Chris, to call those beautiful letters that we like that we just like to hear every day. So, Chris, it's about that 10 o'clock hour already. Let's go ahead and call those letters. And we're back. All right, so skipping ahead. Sorry to interrupt you there, Tony. By the way, let's talk about Cesaro backstage with Triple H. Well, I can hear myself.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I mean, he's trying to. I think the big thing is that Triple H is trying to play up all his cards. He's trying to at least get like all the aces in the holes and try to cover every angle and say, "Hey, this doesn't work out, I have you. Or if this doesn't work out, I have you for this spot." You know what I mean?
Have his backup plan. Yeah. What do you think about that, Tony?
Yeah, Triple H is a very manipulative man, and he'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. Remember, he says he never loses. He always has a backup plan. And what he means by that, it's called the Benjamins. I mean, he'll give them maybe a good ironclad contract. You never know. I mean, money talks, guys.
Mm-hmm. It does.
It does.
Money.
It reminds me of something. Let's give us a second here, guys. We just got to kind of squeeze through while our tech director gets through the door here.
Well, Reigns versus Cesaro, Michael. Talk about this match. This match was, I think, one of my favorite matches.
Really? I mean,
versus
I honestly think that the wrong person won this match. That's just my opinion. Because Cesaro, I mean, I know it takes 2 people to like put on a good match and 2 people to like carry through, but I honestly think that Cesaro carried this whole match. That's
he did, and I agree. And don't get me wrong, I am a big Roman Reigns fan, but yes, you are right. Cesaro was the man in this match. He definitely put him over.
Big time though.
Big time. I mean, he carried it really well. He is so strong. The way he presses him in the air.
Yeah, those uppercuts, dude. Oh my gosh.
He's all core. Like
I think
everywhere.
If anything, this is maybe the start of Cesaro maybe getting a finally serious push.
Who knows? He might be the next champion. Maybe.
I hope.
He's pushing it. He's pushing it. I don't care if he turns heel or face, remains face. He is going to be a champion regardless.
Yeah, Cesaro needs to be up there because right now he's one of the best things WWE has right now.
I think a good feud would be him versus KO, but you know what? Anyone versus KO would be good.
Yeah, that'd be a great.
Yeah,
feud.
but I mean,
I think a good feud for him right now would probably be him versus someone like Big Show, and then he would be the guy to retire Big Show.
You know what I noticed? How come I haven't seen Rusev lately?
He's been out since he got engaged to Lana, right?
Yeah.
I think so. They haven't really been pushing him or any stories with him lately, which is not a surprise, to be honest. It's not a surprise, Tony. I mean, what can really they do with him? I mean, Rusev is a powerhouse, but the whole everything that's going around the world with the whole gimmick with the whole Russia thing and everything like that.
But he's injured.
Yeah, Mark Henry, what's up with him?
Mark Henry he's out. Like, he hasn't been made an appearance since he got beat by KO.
He's already halfway out the door, though, if you think about it. He's just finishing off his contract, and he's going to do whatever they tell him to do.
He's probably going to work for
Lucha Underground?
No, not Underground. What am I talking about? Breaking Ground.
Oh, yeah, maybe. You never know.
You got Matt Bloom, a.k.a. Prince Albert.
Yeah, you can see him definitely as a trainer or something like that. So,
I think he could make a really good trainer, or if anything, he could probably make a really good developmental talent.
Mostly for powerhouses.
I would just love to see him pushing like those big guys. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have been watching the Breaking Ground series, but it's really good.
It's really good.
We had a McAllen local trying out.
Yeah, you want to give shout outs there, Tony? Yeah.
To Raul Escamilla.
Yeah, what's going on, Raul? We saw you on the WWE Network, guys. For how much? Only $9.99. Michael Cole.
Come on, Michael.
All right, moving on here. Dudley's versus the Ascension.
We already talked about that, actually.
All right,
so we can
skip
versus
that. ADR, which we already talked about. So let's just talk about the most controversial part of the night now.
Yes, let's go ahead and talk about it.
Okay, so just to preface this, so we have this whole page versus Charlotte thing, and as everybody knows, Ronda Rousey got knocked out. So
I don't know who saw that match during the weekend.
It was a great
match. Dude, second round.
That's why I mentioned it. It's been a kind of a depressing week,
Yeah, my girl Ronda got beat in the second round.
She didn't get beat. She got outclassed.
Yeah, big time.
She didn't touch gloves in the beginning. I don't care if you're undefeated.
I heard about that.
I just think her ego got the best of her because she tried to wrestle. Okay, we're not an MMA show, but
well, she tried to do that judo throw, and Holly Holm
just countered everything.
She countered because this is what happened. She was getting interviewed after the fight, and she went 8 hours of training just on one move that she only gives out. She does the armbar. So
to reverse it, right?
Yeah, to reverse it. So she did 8 hours of learning how to reverse an armbar. Day 2 was 8 hours of judo throws and how to reverse a judo throw and countering it, and then another 8 hours of cardio.
Wow,
she did and learning how to do mostly technique and kicks. I mean, that's what got her in the long run.
So, obviously, WWE's trying to capitalize on this. They're like, guys, look at this. We have 2 great, talented young females in the roster right now, and we're going to set them up in a contract signing. It's going to be hype. And Charlotte comes out. She talks about how, her dream was to be a wrestler, not just for herself, for her dad, but for her late little brother, Reed Flair.
Reed Flair, yes.
And, it's a sensitive topic. You can see that there were tears welling in her eyes. And then Paige says, she says, Charlotte says, I have the fight like my dad had in him and like my little brother had in him. And then Paige says, oh, I don't think your little brother had that much fight. And I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done for tonight.
I wanted to change the channel right after that.
That was like the last straw on the camel's back.
I'm just really like, here's the thing. A lot of people were assuming, how can, Paige is a heel and she needs to get heat, blah, blah, blah. And, of course they're going to okay it with Rick before he says, like, problem is, guys, Ric Flair didn't approve it. He was really upset about it. He was mad.
Well, of course, that's his baby boy. I mean, that was down close and personal.
Very personal.
That was super disrespectful. And I have to say on the company, I was embarrassed as a fan because that's something that you just don't touch. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like back when Randy Orton was saying stuff about Eddie Guerrero and explaining the death of other wrestlers. And it's just really upsetting to me that they would even push this or even try to get that so Paige can get some heat. And, WWE came out with a statement saying it was all Paige's idea, blah, 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 that they ran it by her. And Charlotte said it was okay, but they obviously realized their mistake. And if I didn't have any more reason to dislike Paige, I do now. I mean, I really dislike her. Everybody knows this. Mike, what are your thoughts on this? Because I honestly think this was the worst part.
I still think she's the most beautiful diva on the roster. Okay, but
she's gonna be in a movie, Santa's Little Helper.
With who, Tony?
With the Miz.
Oh, boo.
I'm just gonna say this, man. Come Survivor Series time, I'm changing that channel. I'm not gonna pay attention when her match comes on because I'm honestly done with Paige. I don't care about her. I can't hate her whole gimmick. Hate her whole character, and I think super disrespectful of WWE. It's really idiotic that they would even do anything like that. And I'm just really upset.
I wonder if Vince knew about that.
Of course he did. He was the one that pushed it.
Yeah, he's the one that proved it.
He does rewrites like an hour before the show even happens.
Well, then I feel like it was a slap to the face to the Flair family, in my opinion.
Definitely.
I just want to mention something. Not to go off. I want to pay my respects to the wrestlers that left us. R.I.P. 10-year anniversary of Eddie Guerrero, Nick Bockwinkel, and of course Reed Flair. He was very young. I want to tell you guys, rest in peace, and thank you for watching down on us, and also all the matches you put us through, and the wrestlers. Thank you for watching them put their bodies online every night, even the local wrestlers. And I want to tell you, thank you guys. Up in the heavens. All right.
All right. Let's move on to NXT here, guys. So right now we have Carmella versus Nia Jax. Tony, you want to go on that?
Yes, I did watch this match, and I did like it. Carmella, she did put up a good fight, but Nia Jax, man.
Powerhouse, man.
She's such a power. She has that bear hug locked. Yes, of course, she let her reverse it, and then from there, once she has her on that rock bottom sidewalk slam or whatever you call it, I thought it was so cool. And then, yes, they put the cherry on top. Yes, the innovative leg drop. I think she's one of my favorites that can actually sell the leg drop, because most women, yes, they get a woman like an average size, 115 to 125 pounds doing a leg drop, and it's really not that fascinating.
Yeah.
But when you put a 255-pound woman and actually dropping the leg on a regular sized girl, to me,
it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, it looks like it hurts and definitely sells. It looks like you're getting a guillotine. You're about to get put to death with that guillotine. Well, she delivers that leg drop. But yeah, she's moving up the ladder, and I think she's starting to become a heel slowly.
I mean, she's already been a heel, hasn't
she? A little bit. I mean, she's kind of quiet.
She's mysterious. You don't know what she's saying.
Yeah, I mean, she's just she's more of a presence right now than she is a gimmick or anything like that. I feel
like early Roman Reigns.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, he's just kind of just like the powerhouse that's just there in the background, and just shows up when they need her to show up and gets the job done.
Man, I just want to see her one day, see her face Awesome Kong. That would be a dream match.
Dude, that'd be a no-gloves match.
Oh, man.
All right, moving forward. Jason Jordan and Gable versus the Ascension. Now, the past couple weeks, Jordan and Gable have been trying to call out the Ascension, and finally Ascension says, yes, we accept your challenge.
I mean, they were the most dominant tag team in NXT.
Do you want so I'm trying to
Welcome to the wasteland.
Welcome to the wasteland. We accept the challenge, right? But basically, I think this match was important on both Gable and Jordan's part, because I feel like the past couple of matches that they have been having, they've been kind of stealing the show when it comes to the tag team division.
Well, because there's not much of a tag team division.
But these guys just make it exciting, and I feel like they're kind of reminiscent of another New Day in a sense where they need each other.
You know who they really remind me of? They really remind me of the Steiner brothers.
Really?
Yeah, from WCW.
The onesies.
Jordan and Gable.
Yeah, they do. I like the way they do that back suplex and then another counter. I thought was pretty cool.
So I honestly think they're putting up a really good show right now.
Yeah, and they won the match. So, I mean, give them thumbs up, high fives.
No gloves.
No gloves. Whatever you want to do there.
My wife's gonna kill me when I get home because we're just really.
All right.
Shout outs to Liz, by the way.
Love you, honey.
All right, going on there, Isaac. Let's cut to the Emma and Mary Kay match.
All right, so we can go to Emma, Mary Kay. Emma wins. It's kind of a dud. It's kind of a squash match. I mean, they're trying to build up this new star, Mary Kay, but they need new talent. They need disposable talent, and Emma needs to look strong again. I guess they're trying to build her up for the women's title.
Also, her against Asuka. I think they're trying to build.
Oh, man.
They're trying to do something there.
There's no way she's going to win against Asuka. I'm sorry.
Asuka's powerful.
Asuka's amazing.
She should be next in line to be.
She's like a magician. She has like every move coming out of her sleeve.
Well, yeah, man. Like, I mean, that's a Japanese wrestler right there.
You know what the cool thing about her is? Like, I saw her wearing the mask. She was doing